Hello and welcome to Face Check. You're joining me for another session on Jinteki.net. Here I'm going to go through a version of a deck I just took to a game night kit at Leisure Games this weekend. I made a couple of changes but nothing major. The deck came about because I was asked about playing Noise, quite well known for playing Noise in my meta, and going for the mill. As things progressed, more and more of my deck became about running, and eventually I ended up in the same place as some of the sort of top tier noises that you've maybe seen played back when the Noise Apocalypse happened. But mine came from a very different background. I had a few different cards, and I played the deck very differently. And the reason I did this was because the very first version of the deck was designed to just mill, install as many viruses as possible, make the corp trash as many cards as possible, and then just go get them on one run. A couple of changes have happened since then. The Faust for Crypsis, it was Crypsis at the time. A couple of different viruses have come out since then. When I first started, Haarpsichord wasn't a thing, you had to get in the hard way, and then finally just in Destiny their technical writers have come out, and they're going to be the star of this new show. So just to see how well it still worked, it was never great in the first place, which is why I had to come back to being a more rounded deck. I thought I'd see what had changed, and whether it was still, or whether it was more viable than it was previously. So I'll talk you through this deck and we'll see how it works. So first thing you'll notice is, in terms of events, I've no sure gambles, I've no event economy of any sort. I rely entirely on being able to just basically install things for free, and then using Technical Writer to pop when I need a few extra credits for an installation. I'll go through it card by card. Deja Vu is standard in any virus recursion deck. Lets you go get 2 more viruses from your heap, gives you 2 extra installs, and if they are cash, it gives you extra money, so that's fine. I've had worse is in there over Street Peddlers. If I can't get the economy sorted, maybe Street Peddlers will come back in, but being able to draw up quickly was one of the staple problems of the first version of the deck, and I've had worse fills that gap just by being able to draw 3 cards. As a secondary consideration, it'll give you a limited bit of Scorch protection, and definitely and it's only costing 1, so the good slot there. Then first bit of influence is Levy. You will get through your whole deck more than likely. If you get through it once, then there's a good chance that you've got enough agendas in the bin to get it. But if the corp has Jackson a couple of times, or if we're playing Biotech, the tank, you may need to go and get all your stuff again, and that just lets you do it. The other part of Levy, because it's a one-off, is same old thing. If you're playing something like PE, you might end up losing that to net or brain damage or anything else. Same old thing, you want to get on the board as soon as possible and leave it there, and that's your sort of recursion for the Levy. Now, you're not going to get through the deck every time, but when you do, you'll be glad it's there. Then another big splash for influence is Autoscriptor. That lets you install, or the first time you install a program from your grip during your turn, you get that click back. But if you make an unsuccessful run, you have to trash Autoscriptors. There's the downside of it. The getting an extra click every turn by the time you're set up is really good. Additionally, because it's hardware, it also pings Technical Writer, so you're installing that for sort of a 2 cost pretty much. Then Chopbot over Aesop, again just card draw. All I want to be doing is drawing into 4 viruses a turn and installing them all. The game plan is no more complex than that, and Chopbot will allow you to do that. Cheaper to set up than Wildside, and you can also go, it'll let you get Wildside or just a Chronotype quicker, whatever part of that combo you're missing. Then Cyber Feeder, it's quite good. I'm only running 2. You don't strictly need them, but when they're there, they're very good. You start making money rather than breaking even on your installs, so a couple there. If nothing else, you can sack off the second one if you get it too late in the day to Faust. And then as a console turntable, the way it works, the corp will get a reasonable window for scoring agendas. If they score a 3-pointer or a 4-pointer, or a 6-point BO, then, or government takeover, Turntable will let you turn the tables and take it from them, from a 1-point agenda. But if anything else, it can change things from the corp thinking they're going to. It doesn't matter if you access archives, to it being a massive problem when you can swap a 1-pointer for a 3-pointer. So it could be like an extra 2 points, maybe even 3 points in archives that they're not accounting for. And then we've got programs. So only 2 things in here that aren't viruses. Faust, I know I've just made a concession to have 1 Faust in there. You might need to run at some point. In fact, you usually do need to run at some point. You might not find it in time. I think on at the weekend I had an extra Faust and a Mimic, just to keep myself safe, but I was never making a lot of runs anyway. I didn't really need it, so I've dropped that out and put in a second cyber feeder as it happens. You know, early money's a problem. And then Scheherazade, Scheherazada, listen to how that was pronounced earlier, can host any number of programs, and when you install a program on it, you get 1 money back. Now you'll see a lot of the programs I've got only cost 1, so that it's effectively, as long as you've got a credit, a free install, and if you're using it with a cyber feeder, you're actually making money from that install. So cache is a staple out of noise, virus out of criminal, 1 influence, and when you install it, you put 3 virus counters on it, and you can remove those counters for money. So if you use cyber feeder into cache on Scheherazade, you make 4 money. You'd make 5 money if you're running Grimoire instead, so it gets the extra token, but the 3 cost install is quite steep, and you'll never get it early enough. Then Clot, I've got 3 Clot. It was a 2 cost virus, and that's really just to try and slow the runner, the corporation down a little bit. Doesn't necessarily always work, but it gives them something else to think about. They'll have to go get a Cyberdex virus suite or something if they want to score in that same turn, and you could always bluff that you've got the Faust in hand, because you should have a lot of cards as well, a lot of card draw, so you should be sitting with it, and they can never be sure that you don't. Then Data Sucker, yeah, if you're making runs, fine, but it's really just a 1 cost virus. Deep Thought, another 1 cost virus, had 2 spare influence. I'm just looking for more cheap viruses. You're never going to run enough to even trigger the ability on the card. 3 Gorman Drips, another 1 cost 1 influence virus out of criminal, and that actually can help power your money as well. If the corp is a little bit poor to start with, they might be clicking to draw or clicking for credits, and if you get this down early, you might be able to pop it for 4 or 5 credits instead of just installing over the top or selling it to Chopbot. Now Exodide, maybe, I don't know how that's said. Whenever the corp loses 1 credit, gain 1 credit. That combos with Lamprey, but again, you're not going to be making the runs, and if the corp purges, they go. So they're the first thing that you sell to Chopbot. If you get the combo going sort of early and cause them problems, slow them down for a turn, that's okay. Losing a couple of programs isn't the worst, because you're really just doing it for the mills and to slow the corp down. Then the last part is the resources. Adjust the chronotype with Wildside to get two free card draws a turn. A couple with Chopbot, you get 3 free card draws a turn. Then I've explained what same old thing's doing in there. Hades Shard is your win condition. You drop that and pop it to get into archives before the corp wins, and then hopefully there's 7 points in there. And then finally, the money card technical writer, new from Data and Destiny. Whenever you install a piece of hardware or program, place 1 credit on the bank, from the bank, on technical writer, and then a click and trash to take all that money. So you build that up to maybe 6, 7. Grab that, and then that will give you enough to install Wildside and adjust the chronotype in the same turn, and then you should be golden. So that's the theory. And if anybody previously looked at some of my noise decks and couldn't really figure out what was going on, this is a great kind of deck to learn where the background of the deck came from. Additionally, if you're doing some sort of achievement league, you could try it for win a game without making a run as the runner, or win a game without using Sure Gamble or Event Economy or something along those lines. But let's see what we can let's see kind of who we can play today and what's going on. So I'll host the game as always. just so people can know it's recorded. And make sure they're okay with that to begin with. And then swap sides. And choose my deck. 100% mill. Well, it's more 98% mill. 1/5 is the concession. Let me just double check he's okay to be recorded. Hopefully he says yes. And then we can start. Now if he's got a fast deck, if he's got near Earth Hub, if he's got food coats, if he's got anything, then this deck's not good. And Haarpsichord's a problem. I'm going to have to now go for the 100% mill. I should maybe put an employee strike or something to get rid of that, but we'll see. Good luck. Okay, so I've no real solution to this, but whatever, we'll work with it. There's no money there. Technical writer's your mulligan condition. You can get away with not having it, but it's much better if you do. So my first turn is probably going to be, I've had worse, see if I can find it, install technical writer if I do, install that, and then install parasite on the top. Parasite, data sucker. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah, Rob there just commenting, it seems to be a bit laggy. He is correct. There's 58 games currently going on. That's a little bit at the top end of what Jinteki can handle. So hopefully it will speed up or not be entirely unplayable. Okay, so done the right thing. Just dice up, take some money. Fine. Right, so if I've had worse. So I didn't find what I want, but I can effectively install all of these programs for free. So I'm going to drop you, and then you, and then I'm going to install this. Now Scheherazade works a different way during this last update, and I'm also going to install you. Now he's probably like, oh no, I need to purge to stop myself losing credits, but really I don't care. So I've still got 2 installs I can make without it costing me anything. But I'm going to draw into... I mean, I maybe should have drawn again. Just while I had the chance. See if I can find that technical writer. Technical writer is really the linchpin. Without that, there's no real good way of making money. Is that install advance? If I go get it, or if he leaves it there, then he wants me to go get it. Yeah, breaking news, fine. It's really a race, and as a race he's probably going to win. So I'm going to draw, and then I better install cash just to have a couple of credits before it all goes horribly wrong. And then I get that click back, so now I'm going to install Chopbot. So that click I got back for AutoScripter. So basically I installed that program, I gained 2 credits, and I just basically gained 2 free credits. It didn't cost me a click, apart from the draw click. It's great. Good combo. And then I'll just start selling off. I'll probably start selling off the ones that go when you purge, just in case he... Well, actually I'll maybe leave it. I'll maybe put this down. Wait and see what he does. No, he's got loads of money, so he's not terribly fussed about losing that. So I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to sell cash. I'm going to see if I can slow him down to draw a card. And then, sure, let's drop you. Draw again. I maybe should have done that first. Try and find that technical writer. Take a credit. Excuse me. And then I'm going to install. I'm going to install Gorman Drip. So I made a credit for that one. Then I'm going to install this one, and then finally I'm going to drop same old thing. I was a little bit scared of losing same old thing, because then you have to hold on to levy as a matter of life and death, and if you lose that, then without the whole stack recursion, in a lot of trouble. So there we go. So Gorman's going to maybe pay off here. If he clicks for money, nice. It's a pretty good start from him, all 3 hedge funds. I milled 5 cards. Yeah, probably 1 agenda in there at this point. Let's draw. Yeah, draw. Then, oh, I should have sold a card to Chopbot, not thinking. Then over the top of you, because you're very low in memory in this, I'm going to install Data Sucker, take the Cyber Feeder credit so it's effectively free, and then that will let me play Wildside. So now I should be drawing a lot more. It's a small mistake by not using Chopbot there, but if that's what loses the game for me, then so be it. I doubt it will be. Yeah, I mean, I should also be considering at least checking remotes. I'll get cash and clock down, and that'll slow them a little, but perhaps not a lot. So I'm going to Chopbot you. I'm going to draw a card. Can use another cash at this point. So not drawing a technical writer at this point is highly problematic. So I can make a credit by installing Drip, and then gain credit, and then I'll drop you as well. So now I'm not losing a click either. Yeah, I should 100% went and ran that, but then again, he's probably got mid-seasons in hand, and it would hurt. Still can't play scared. Drawing, putting some more money on here, which is good, because I'm probably going to have to pop them in a minute. If he wants to click for a credit or draw again, that'd be great. There's a strong possibility that one of those two is now a Jackson. That might even have been the Jackson early doors, although I hadn't milled a lot at that point, so maybe not. This is most likely a Jackson. Could be another agenda, what do I know? But stick to the game plan. I'm just going to mill, show what the deck does. Might as well. Okay, so if I draw 1 card with that, might as well finish what the Chopbot action. Okay, so take you, install cash. I could then put 1 more cash in there. Tricky to know what to do for money. If I run Archives, and then if he has a Jackson, he might use it. Might as well get it out of the way early. I'm going to drop that anyway. Then if I draw, bin you, and be like, oh, what's this influence for? And the answer is nothing really. Go on then, I'll drop that. Fine. So I theoretically shouldn't need any more money. If nothing else I want to install that costs actual credits. Turntable costs 1, but I should have that. My only hope of winning really is to actually get them down to 0 cards. There's another advantage of Street Peddler. You could actually pop Street Peddler on their turn, so if they jacks in, you Street Peddler, you get rid of 1, which might be the agenda that they were after, or whatever. So let's do this, start turn, draw the cards, and then Chopbot away Lamprey to draw 1 card. And then I got a lot of junk here, so it doesn't matter. If I take back cash and cash, and if I take this credit, still host a program from your grip, that is you. 1, 2, 3. Then that's turntable 2, expensive. Then I'm gonna drop turntable anyway. Whatever, make them fear. Then take you, install cash again. 1, 2, 3, and then I could just pop you for money. If I run here, I'll probably get his Astro. Okay, I'm gonna run out of cards. He'll probably kill me, but all I want is to get rid of that Astro token. And I can find any agenda in there. If he's got a Jackson down, he's got a Jackson down. He can clear out of everything except an explode or lose, I say. No. Why would I do that? What, did that wouldn't bother running? Oh, wait, to use your Jackson. Yes. Goodbye, Mr. Jackson. All I need is 1 point in there just to take Astro Script off the table. The fact he dropped Jackson, didn't advance these. These could be anything really. Still, they could in fact be franchise cities. You could be getting 2 points of this regardless of what I access. Still, get a Jackson out early-ish. So successful run. I wish to take the minus points. No. Well, that sucks. But see, so he's definitely trying to kill me. He's lost 1 minute. Well, I've not stolen an agenda, so that doesn't matter. He's been the traffic accidents and the scorch, so he's obviously given up on killing me. Although he does have 24/7 news and scored. Oh, I must have milled that one, of course. Well, I'm in danger. If I find any Iford Worsies, I'm going to keep them in hand. Don't think I've played any. Oh, I played the first one, of course, turn 1. Yeah, so advance. Why? So he obviously wants me to take it, I guess. Let's do that. I've just picked up 2 of Iford Worsies. Yes, I will take that bait. Thank you very much. So, lols. I wish to draw a card. Then I wish to technical writer. Then I wish to install Clot. In fact, I could use both credits for that. Then I wish to... I don't have 2 MU, don't know what it's talking about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's me at my limit. That could be Ghost Branch. Could be anything, to be honest. If I was to pop that for 4 and that for 3, that'd take me to 14. Let's maybe Explodapalooza. Well, do you know what? I'm going to let him try and kill me. So let's run server 6, see what it is. Successful run. I will steal and swap for Astro. Can I use turntable? Yes. This one. Okay. And then I will... there's nothing I can do money-wise to beat him. So let us instead... I can't steal any more agendas either is the problem. And then if he tags me, I'll lose these. Which I'm okay about. Alright, let's just go pre-mill. So let's bin you. And then let's install another clot. And then let me take a credit. That will do. So if he tries for the Scorch, he's going to get an unfortunate surprise. All 3 traffic accidents are already in there, so that goes. Imagine the mid-season's coming, like a big mid-season. I didn't get set up fast enough. I didn't have a big technical writer to save me there. You know, it's one of the bad things about this deck. I mean, Haarpsichord is possibly the worst matchup. I can't think of. The deck tries to win in 1 turn. Yeah, sure. That might be another 24/7 news cycle. Not 24/7 news team. Let's keep going. Let's see if I can mill it down for the win. Yeah, that's it. Draw, my precious. I mean, there's loads of money again, so I'm now fine for money. It was a slow start. but now we are pretty golden. I still need to get through 19 cards, however, and my stack's only 17 as well. Okay, so he's like, well, I don't really care, I don't suppose, although I do enjoy. I'm gonna have to steal them one at a time if I wanted to win this. So start turn. I might as well sell a clot to Chopbot. It's not doing anything for me otherwise. Yep, you can go. Goodbye. Oh, draw one card. And then let us excuse me. Still host the program. You get that click back. Get a token on technical writer. Gain a credit because I used Cyberfeeder. Then am I scared of being scorched? At best he'll have 2 scorches left. I am not particularly. What's in here? Nothing much. Alright, so if I draw, then I will. I'm just going to pop that Gorman. I don't need the money is the thing, but I'll take this money, install Data Sucker, and then I'll just draw again. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of Chopbot, Wild Side, and if he does land a tag, I better keep the Wild Side. Actually no, because I'll just levy, so I'll get rid of the other Wild Side. What I might do is overwrite Scheherazade and just trash everything I want to, just ahead of the levy. And I do have enough credits to do that now. So we're down 16 cards, nothing on the table. I've still got 1 Faust in here, should find that quite quickly, so that will give me at least a fighting chance. Yeah, there goes Jackson, he's going to. I don't think he's going to draw. It'd be a mistake if that was true. Oh, he's drawing, because if he wants to fish anything back from archives, he's going to have to do that after discarding. So probably building up in hand, but he's no fast advance down. Got clot down anyway. At some point he's going to have to purge, at which point I'll drop another clot. Or at least I'll go check out what he has down. I'd love it if he drew again. I mean, at this point he's probably identified the fact that I am a middle deck. So it's installed over the top of that card in server 2 as well. Sure. So I'm going to need to draw 6 cards. I'm going to run there, I'm going to get that. Again, if it's something bad, I'll deal with it. So then I'll chop bot cash out. I definitely want that in there. I'll draw a card. So I've still got 6 for the bad things that are inevitably going to happen. So take a credit. Install you. Now I do only have, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. 1, 2. Just get the game reset again. Then I've got enough cards in hand, so let's run server 2. Probably another Explodapalooza. Shattered Remains. Ah, nice. So what's it? But what's he gonna trash? Autoscriptor? Chopbot. Turntable? Turntable. Yeah, okay. I don't mind. Oh, then I've got 1 to. Oh, whatever. Goodbye. And then I will. I wonder if I can out money him. If I take this money, and then if I bin you to install you, and then if I take this credit to install another clock, and then I will end my turn there. So now I'm in a point where I can challenge on money. I'm going to draw 2 cards. I'm not going to chop bot anything. If you put something down that I can steal, because I can survive a Scorch at the moment, but next turn I'm going to have to levy. In fact, I might be better off levying next turn anyway, try and avoid getting Scorched. So he's effectively got 14 cards, maybe 17 cards in here. I don't know if he's just trying to wait me out. If I can get Faust, I'll drop that as well. Not on Scheherazade, because a power shutdown will ruin... in fact, no, it wouldn't, because I've got hardware down that's off a comparable strength. But again, any program trashing is probably bad. Okay, so he's going to put that back. Let's say he puts back another Jacks in. He also drew 2 cards. It's just lowering the number of cards that I have to mill, which is fine by me. So I'll get to... Will I sell clock? Nah, I can't. Oh, he's feeling brave. So he's going back for the kill. But what I'm going to do is mill those cards. Whoa. He has to score 2, 3... He has to score 4 points. Okay, so that's an agenda. But I can't outmoney him. He'll get 5 for Explodapalooza, taking him to 26. I will go above 26. Yep. Okay. So 1, 2. Then if I run server 8, one of these in Explodapalooza. I'll steal you. Now I can't steal this. This is probably something even better, so I'm not even going to bother checking it out. Then I will take that money and I will gain a credit. So good luck mid-seasoning me there. I'm only on 2 agenda points, so those cancel out. I've got 2. Again, he has to score 4 points. I mean, yeah, I mean, sacrificing agendas isn't a terrible shout, to be honest. He can't land the mid-seasons. I don't know if that's what he was counting on. If that's an Astro script, then that makes me sad. Well, I can't take both is the problem. So let's take you. Stall cash. Money up further. Ideally, one of these would be a trap. Like any kind of trap. Don't even care. Clever girl. So that's an Explodapalooza. But then again, he can't score it if he wants to take that back. And I could pop Hades during his turn, but that's not going to win me enough. Then if I... Deja Vu. I'm going to bring back cash and cash. And then I'll continue my Merciless Onslaught. Take money. And then I'll install again. Really just grinding them down, putting the pressure on. Then let's end that turn there. So Miles clearing credit, so he can't do anything there. But I expect to see a triple advance here. Now I should pull Faust. I'll chop bot away. something anyway. Draw? Draw? Oh my. You must still have a Jackson left. Well, I'm at the point where I'll get to a single life. I'd worse, so trigger, put me back up to 5. You'd have to triple scorch me. I don't know how he's going to land the tag, to be honest. Well, I'm going to run server 7. I see his plan. He gets everything down, and there's not a huge amount I can do about it. So, will I bother? I'm on 3. If I can run into here and get 2 points, there's another 2 points there. I can pop. In fact, I'm just going to run this, because if this is 2 points, then chances are. And I need all 3 of these to survive the scorch, so I'm not going to chop bot. So let's just bin you, and you, and you, and you, in case I want to levy. Then let's take that and install Gorman Drip. Then I'm going to deja vu for a cache and another cache. And then I'm going to install another cache. Then I'm going to run server 7. I better make sure I can get a couple of goes at these. So all I need is 2 points. Imagine this is Explodapalooza. Could be another, what do you call it, Shattered Remains. I'll cope if it is. One of these might be a Jackson. But yeah, if I can pick up 2 points here, and then there must be 2 points in there, or in his hand. Successful run. I'll steal that breaking news. He's trying to land the tags. Then it only puts me on 4 though. Let's just install that again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So I'm particularly rich. Now you can score one of these. So breaking news. Never even considered it. It was a great idea. I wonder if you'll put this back, or if you'll score what's down. Next time I'm going to have to check both of those. I mean, you can still land the tags with 24/7 news cycle, but I can survive a double scorch, and like a same old thing levy. But theoretically, I might not need to. If I can mill him out, which is what this deck does, then I'm fine. But yeah, definitely hard to play around Haarpsichord. Lots of 1-pointers and lots of only being able to steal one at a time. Because being able to get rid of, being able to pop Hades, generally quite good. Now, I did put a Faust back in, right? So one of these last 3 cards has to be Faust. Yeah, I think he's wondering how he's going to win now. If I manage to mill that 3rd Jackson, I'll be very happy. Let's have a look into archives here and see. I'm not seeing him. So he could be on the board, he could be out. Advance, advance, advance. Yeah, I mean that's an Astro. Score. But when he goes to draw his card next time, I'm going to run that, whatever it is. Yeah. But then he is probably out of luck. If I run that, if it is a Jackson, then I levy. I don't know what I do. Start turn. There's finally a Faust. Chop bot. Draw a card. Might as well see the last one. Okay, and then let's you and you because I get a click back for installing anyway, so I'm not losing anything by installing this. And then let's run server 11, because when the corp goes to draw and they have no cards, that's a game. If that is a Jackson, then I'm going to have to mill 3 more cards, which might be quite tricky. I'll steal that breaking news, which is fine. GG. Yeah, that wasn't so bad. The deck worked as it should. Tricky game. Yeah, I don't know what the post-mortem on that is. Thank you. It wasn't easy. Normally, I just take all the points at the end. Video going up. Anyway, I'll stop the recording there. If you like what's going on, like, subscribe, leave a comment. I will say something for you all to look forward to this weekend coming. Should be playing some of the guys from the winning agenda. I'm going to record my side of the video. He's going to record his side of the video, and then we will compare so you can see how a game's played out by, you know, 2 of the greatest players that have ever graced Netrunner. No, but you can kind of see from both sides, and that should help a lot of new players learn how to play and get a little bit of insight. So as I said, like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what else you want to see, and bring back another video shortly.